Hey guys, here we are at Cinemark. We are about to watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I am very excited. My expectations are up here, way up here. I hope it does not disappoint. So stay tuned and you guys will get my reaction and review after this. We are about to go into the theater so we can watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And like I said before, I'm going to give you guys a really good review once the movie's over, so don't go away. All right, stay with me.
2 hours later.
Guys, I just got out of watching Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. It was an amazing movie. My expectations were high and all my expectations were met. I had a few theories going in. I'll talk to you guys about it as soon as I get home and get settled, and we'll do the review and my opinion about this whole experience, all right? So definitely, if you haven't watched it, watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, okay? Because there are going to be spoilers today. So I'll see you soon. Hey guys, welcome back, alright? I'm home. I have had time to digest the movie that I just saw. I did just see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and it was an amazing ride, and I'm here to share all the important points with you guys. So, fair warning, spoilers ahead, so if you have not watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, you need to stop the video right now and just go watch it, and then of course come back and unpause me. Alright, okay, so let's get started. Let's just right off the bat dive in. Here we have Indy. He's back, a bit older, but still manages, of course, to kick butt. I mean, it's Indiana Jones. What else would you expect, right? All right, what I liked about this, first thing, action right off the bat. Any movie that starts with action right off the bat, I am tuned in, I am paying attention, I'm there. Okay, another thing that I do want to outline before I dive into details, the age regression that they did on Harrison Ford for the beginning sequence. Wow. I mean, as I was watching it, I thought I was watching Harrison Ford from back in the day, and I had to remind myself, I was like, this is age regression, because it was so spot on. I couldn't tell the difference. I mean, maybe like in a split half-second milliliter, whatever, smallest decibel of whatever small unit, you could tell, like, and then when it went away. It was just, wow. Totally worth it. I mean, the fact that they did this age regression on Harrison Ford so astonishingly makes me think that maybe Harrison Ford or Han Solo could make a cameo in Star Wars series. I'm just throwing that out there, you know, Disney, I know you're listening. We could do it. Harrison Ford, I love you very much. Please say yes. Alright, again, I'm going to get into the movie. Spoilers. Spoiler warning. Big flashing red neon sign. Spoilers. Okay, so we have the premise of the movie. We find, of course, Dr. Jones entangled with Nazis. Again. I know. That seems to be the joie de vivre of his movies. The Nazis always need something, and he's always in there, okay? So, the Nazis apparently are searching for the Spear of Destiny or the Lance of Destiny or whichever title you guys want to call it. I don't know what you guys know it as. Anyway, so Dr. Jones is obviously looking for the same item, but within the progression of the movie, obviously does not find it, and we get introduced to all these new characters. For example, we have the main antagonist of the movie, who's going to be what's his name? Jurgen Voller. I hope I pronounced that correctly. That's going to be that's the character's name. And of course, this guy is going to be like the guy to be like, oh, I need this guy to die or something happened to him, because he played it to the hilt, guys. I mean, I totally hated it from the first moment. Like, he did an amazing job. Okay. He was accompanied by his friend Bass, and they're searching for this lance. And of course, when he finally gets his hands on it, he realizes, oh my gosh, this is like not real. But within that sequence, what we find is that they come across the Dial of Destiny. And it is explained later what the Dial of Destiny is. It was created by Archimedes, and it's supposed to hold this power that we still don't know about. And, you know, I have to say, this beginning sequence really sets up the rest of the movie with some great action, some, you know, good old-fashioned Indiana Jones getting imprisoned and getting out of it in his style as always. I mean, I was just like really into this movie. Like, I was there. I was like, oh my god, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. All right. So from that beginning sequence, we're going to jump into 1969, which is, you know, his present day. And we find Indiana Jones, you know, aged, obviously. It's 1969. He's alone. And of course, we find him on his day of retirement. He seems sad, but he's sad for good reason. Now, one of the questions that I had going into this movie, because that's something that I did not see in the trailer, I was wondering, is like, where's Marion? Where's Marion? Where's his kid? What's going on? What happened? So many theories out there about what was going on. And again, guys, spoilers ahead. So if you have not watched the movie, stop now, okay? So what we see at the beginning is that apparently he and Marion are either divorced or about to go through a divorce. It wasn't really clear. And I had to see the movie again to make sure if what I saw in the movie was clear. So he's, you know, a little downtrodden. He doesn't seem like his normal self. Of course, he's still teaching. He's in class, and students in 1969 have changed. Nobody's paying attention. Anybody who works in education, you guys know that students, you know, if they don't want to pay attention, they don't pay attention. But here enter Helena Shaw. So apparently Helena Shaw, there was my stuttering again, sorry guys, is Baz's daughter. And of course, you know, they get to chit-chatting, and, you know, she's, you know, trying to say, hey, do you remember me? And he's like, yeah, of course I remember you. I miss your father, blah, blah, blah. You know, the dialogue of like, oh, Dad was amazing. And then, of course, she gets right to her point of being there, which is the Dial of Destiny. I know what you're thinking. Of course. You know, she starts talking about how I want to find it. I've got this whole plan. I know where it is. I was hoping that you can help me. And, you know, within all this, Indiana's just looking at her like, why would you want the thing that, you know, kind of drove your dad a little bit nuts? And then she, you know, trying to get him on board. And she's like, well, why not? And it turns out that the actual Dial of Destiny, at least half of it, Indy has it. So it was apparently lost, but it wasn't. He actually had it hidden in his archive. And of course, that's when Helena's true motives are revealed and a bunch of chaos ensues. There is so much chaos, and within this chaos, it's revealed that the Nazi or the doctor, at this point, still don't know that Jürgen Voller guy is alive. He's in 1969, and he's, of course, looking for the Dial of Destiny because he thinks it's his. Oh, I mean, technically he did have it at the beginning, so I don't know. Possession is 9/10 of the law. I don't know. Okay. So, of course, Indiana now has a new adventure to go on because after all this chaos ensues, he's left, like, with some, unfortunately, how do I say this without spoiling too much? I want to spoil, but not too much. He's left in a situation where he looks like he's the bad guy. And it's within this that we actually find out, big spoiler guys, sorry, that his son did pass away, and I guess that's what his sadness is about. Within this, he's thinking, okay, I gotta set things right, so I gotta find Helena. And with it, along the way, we see old friends. We see Sala helping him out, of course, played by the incomparable John Reed Davis. Amazing actor. I tip my hat to you, sir. Did amazing. We also meet some new characters. And as the story continues and progresses, that he catches up to Helena, of course, and she's basically in it for the money. I mean, come on, really. In it for the money. She just wants to sell it to the highest bidder. And then, of course, more chaos ensues, more action, more amazing sequences. I mean, Harrison Ford, he did an amazing job. Of course, his witty banter, his one-liners. We meet some new friends, some old allies of him that we have never met before. For example, we have the amazing, witty, charming, totally handsome Antonio Banderas as a SEAL captain, old friend of Indy's that helps him out because they apparently have to dive into the ocean to find something that's going to help them find the other half of the Dial of Destiny. And of course, you know, as in any Indiana Jones movie, the Nazis always catch up to him. I mean, this you kind of see this coming when you're watching the movie. You're like, You think the character Indiana Jones would learn to look behind his back and like you're being followed, you got to get like 50 steps ahead of the bad guys, but they're always going to catch up. They're always going to catch up to you. And of course, more chaos, more everything going wrong. You think you're ahead, and then of course, obviously they end up finding the other half of Dial of Destiny, and we're left with this like I don't want to give that detail, but I was like in this moment, like, are you kidding me moment. I had this like, what? Say what? Did he just do that? But if you want to know, you have to go watch the movie. You just totally have to go watch the movie. I mean, I have to say that, throughout the movie, he regains some of his spark, and he does reconnect with Helena on a personal level. They kind of work out through their things throughout their witty banter. And, it becomes like they're becoming more of a family, because technically she is his goddaughter. Spoiler there, sorry. This movie with great action sequences, amazing dialogue, good story arcs. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny definitely lives up to the hype. I was not disappointed. It's a solid movie. It's impressive effects. And, of course, I highly recommend you go watch it. Now, of course, dialing it down back as we finish the movie, there are some scenes that you're thinking like, oh my god, what is going to happen, and you're left with this scene like, no, Indy, come on, you got this. But in the end, we find him regaining who he is, remembering who he is, what he stands for. And aside from him obviously winning, because it's an Indiana Jones movie, he's gonna win, there's that moment where you're thinking, yes, finally! The door opens, and not gonna tell you guys, you have to go watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Totally recommend it. I love this movie. The hype was up there, lived up to it, at least for me. Why don't you guys let me know what you thought about the movie if you watched it in the comments, what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know, guys. Be honest. Okay, so remember, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. That thumbs up is greatly appreciated. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you once again for supporting everything that I do for you guys. And again, if you watch the movie, let me know what you guys think, okay? So remember, from my heart to yours, put some love out in the universe, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Bye.